Well, we've had a good week of practice, which at this time of year isn't always the case because I think all of us are juggling, two things that sometimes can go against each other. Final exams, final papers, the stress of finishing up a semester, and then also the stress of, guys packing, getting ready to go home for a well-deserved break over the Christmas holidays. That is offset by us getting ready for a game, practicing, trying to improve and be the most ready we can be for St. John's tomorrow night. But our group has done a really good job. We really have. I think we've had a good 4 or 5 days, coming off of our Gonzaga game. We did a couple good things in that game. There was a lot of really good basketball that both teams played. When you have one more rebound than Gonzaga, when you play a 40-minute game with only 6 turnovers, those are two great stats. They're might be the hardest team in the country to guard, and we had some really good defensive possessions and segments of the game. But we didn't make enough shots, and a lot like at Baylor, playing quick, got to be smart as well. Taking a couple ill-advised quick shots, my turn type of shots, balls not being taken into the paint, posted, patient, all the words that you can come up with. Play against a really good team, they use that against you, and Gonzaga did. So it's another opportunity for us to grow from that. We have a lot of new faces and a lot of key players that are brand new to college basketball. So my hope as we move here to San Francisco that we just continue to learn and play our best. Playing against a team from the Big East Conference, it's an opportunity for us to finish our non-conference schedule 11-2 and go home for the holidays. So we're highly motivated. I think our team is ready, and it'll be a big game for our team.
So, Sean, so is it just a case of good shooters taking bad shots, or just shooters just busy?
No, Nico had a day that he doesn't have very often, and clearly the win or the loss wasn't because of him. But somebody of his stature who doesn't shoot the ball well, we've taken a look. There were a couple maybe that he could have been a little bit more patient, but there were quite a few shots in that game that he normally makes, and that's part of it. But it's a team game. You win as a team, you lose as a team. There were many, many possessions that had nothing to do with Nico shooting that we just took first side shots, quick shots. And, you play at a fast pace. It all depends on your opponent. You got to be very smart. And just because we're playing fast, which we want to do, doesn't mean that we need to be rushed into taking a shot that's not good for our team. Yeah, they're the fastest tempo team that we've played all season. Some of that is just because of the way they play defense. They do press. They're selective with their traps. It's not reckless. Sometimes they don't trap at all. Sometimes they soft press and drop into a matchup zone. Sometimes they're super aggressive and they trap and they really try to create turnovers. But St. John's, excellent team in transition, force high amount of turnovers, played a very, very fast tempo, an excellent driving team, and we have to be ready. They're 10-2, and I'm sure this is a very big game for them as well.
You talked about what you see ahead going. What have you learned from your team to this point?
Well, I think we have a good team, and I think we have the makings of a team that's going to be much, much better moving down our schedule. Obviously, health is a part of that, but also just our collective way of being able to improve, get better, and having really good practices, being able to bounce back if you don't play well, if our team has a tough loss. But if we move in the right direction, we're just scratching the surface in a lot of areas. We played at a very, very fast clip the other day. Up-tempo, very fun game to watch, Gonzaga. We had 6 turnovers. That's really hard to do. And if we would have made a better percentage of the shots that we took, we would have been in the winner's circle, but we didn't. Practicing now, non-contact. His symptoms are gone. When he practices with a face mask. I think his face, like his cheekbone, his eye is it's not 100%, but it looks a lot better. His swelling's down, and I guess what are we, about 3 weeks coming up from when he sustained the injury. So we get back from Christmas, he'll be a month, and he's moving in the right direction. He'll accompany us to the game, but he will not play in the game.